One of my followers a few days ago reached out to me and said he just landed in Canada, that he wanted to share something with me. I said, okay, go ahead. He said he traveled out of Africa for the very first time in his entire life. And after landing in Canada, before his very eyes, he saw people removed from the queue at the airport, and they were told that those people were going to be deported. He said that was when he realized that the content I made last year, or contents I made about the deportations going on in Canada, was not capping. He said he used to see some of my content like I am discouraging people not to travel. But when that thing happened before his very eyes, he realized that I am giving legit information to help other people. I am in the US today, and I am very, very proud for the things I have been able to achieve when it comes to giving legit information to people. Money is not the motivation here. The motivation is to see as many people travel abroad as possible. Whether you are going for your students, for your study, or you are traveling to change it. I know what they talk. Maybe you want to travel with VV, go find work. I'm happy. Whenever people call me that they have been granted visas, there is something I feel within me. Money cannot buy it. So I am not here discouraging anybody. The issue is that I am too blunt. I don't like to sugarcoat things. Because when this Canada started booming, so to speak, like 2022, 2023, a lot of people were coming online saying, oh, it is easy to get jobs. It is easy to get jobs. But when I started telling people that it is not easy getting these jobs, even though these jobs were there at the time, people saw it as this guy is discouraging people, because people were just doing content to entice a lot of people. So they went there and realized that what many of those social media people told them was not really what was on ground. So it is very, very important for us here to always keep it real. Truth is bitter, but it is better than lies. Get used to somebody telling you the truth. That is for that. Now, is Canada still worth it? Because in this very video, I want to give you a breakdown. We want to dissect some things so that you can understand better. Because I don't want to see any of you get into traps of, oh, I'm traveling abroad, I'm traveling abroad. That is why we are here. Now, this very week alone, a lot of people have reached out to me telling me their experience in Canada. While some people are having it easy when it comes to landing at various airports in Canada, some people are not finding it easy. So when some people who find it easy start telling stories, many of you will be thinking that, oh, people that are telling you that it's difficult are discouraging you. It is easy for Mr. A to pass doesn't mean it will be easy for Mr. B. Miss A pass, not me say Miss B go pass easily. So for people who are saying, oh, this person is not like this thing is not happening, no problem. Go online. The deportation stories are there, videos are there. Many people went to Canada without really having travel sense. And eventually, those were some of the people who spoiled other people's blues with their reggae. Imagine Canada that used to be very welcoming. Now Canada will not be searching your phones. Officers will not be searching your phones at the airport. They will not be asking you to download bank statements. They will not be checking your phone to see if there is anything that will contradict what you said in your applications. So people who lacked travel sense, people who lacked travel education, were the ones who spoiled this travel package for others. Because the lies were becoming rampant. The lies were becoming too much. So now, right there in Canada, they just feel like everybody's a suspect. If many of our people who have traveled before now took the time to learn travel education, believe me, this Canada would have still be going well for many people, even though the asylum. Just imagine a situation whereby in a particular airport, maybe 20 Africans land. During the process, like 15 say they want come seek asylum. You can't even start to interview them. You can't realize say like 13 they lie. Imagine out of 15, like you don't out of 15, you observe say like 10 or 13 they lie. How you want to let other people from that continent pass? Because ordinarily, if you do your due diligence and do your homework properly, that asylum, not be saying I want do or die, but no, na strategy. There are people where their story deserve that aduru, deserve that asylum. But the issue is that many of them know they take out time to put plus and minus, to plus to minus, to plus to minus, then streamline your story. No. Even if your story na skaya, even if your story na skeleje, you can still do plus and minus. Everything will still tally. Because you where they go somewhere, want go lie. You want go lie to people where they train on how to detect who they lie. Or people they train on how to detect lies. When they go their country, you want go outsmart them. Now you move that. Now imagine cases where people will go to Canada. They will not just dress well. Like this guy who shared this deportation story with me a few days ago said even the way the guy was dressed, it was, if that guy is never coming for asylum, it was written all over him that guy was coming to Canada for asylum. You cannot even give yourself good haircut. Dress well. Now, some of you will be going for, some people will be going for conference. Now, you that is going for conference, and you know that you are going to change it. I know many of you know what that means. You are going with visitor visa, and you know you are going to change it. Are you not supposed to dress like somebody who wants to attend the conference? Carry better clothes. Must not be wearing some kind of hair cloth. You will wear some sleeve. You will ask you excuse. No, you get rid of the dress. Even if that flight is a long flight, there is a way you carry yourself. No. These are the people who have spoiled things for others. Who thought asylum is like tom tom. They thought asylum was like sweet. They thought that if you say you are going to, they thought that if you go to Canada and say you want to seek for asylum, they will be giving you chicken at the airport. They will bring Rolls Royce. They will not use Rolls Royce to carry you to the shelter for asylum. I think that was what they had in their mind. And whereas there were people who still go there, go lie you, they still get them. People, many, we carry Skaya story, go Canada for asylum. They get them. Many don't get them. Because the problem is this. Some people will say something at the airport. Because you know, when you say you are here in Canada to seek asylum, They will ask you the reason why. It's like a mini interview. They can just ask you like two, three, four questions. Then if the officer is satisfied, they will give you that form to fill. Now, you that said something at the airport, you feel something, they don't document what you talk. Now, subsequently, IROB don't ready to say, okay, they want to carry your matter, go court. Sometimes, even you can't get legal aid, a lawyer. Even there are cases, lawyer can't even ask someone, they say, why you talk this kind of thing? Why you talk this kind of thing for airport? Because the lawyer, the legal aid they have given you, has seen that this one go hard. Because you have said some things at the port of entry that will be difficult to defend. Okay. One. Two, there are people who have even said something at the port of entry. They cannot even hold on to their story or stories. As they come here, maybe from the airport, they have said one story. When eventually they meet with IROB before they will take them to court, their stories are completely different from what they said at the airport. It is obvious you are lying. And I see this as not dedicating too much time to something that will change your life for the better. Now, bad thing if you dey rehearse your story morning and night, even if the story na skaya. Me, I am saying it. It is not good to lie when you are seeking asylum. Be honest. Honesty pays. It is very, very important for you to be honest. Now, you wey dey go there, maybe you don formulate. That your story, so you're not supposed to hold am tight. You're supposed to hold am well. Even if they wake you for night, say, wake up. What you say happen for your country. You don't tell them. Because that thing, you don't memorize them. You don't hold them. You don't do your plus and plus. You don't do your minus and minus. You don't do your addition. You don't get answer. That answer na what you're supposed to hold morning, afternoon, and night. But many of our people, no. When they start asking questions from here, they can say, the story where you talk not tally. You not tally. Okay, now imagine of recent, please go on the internet. Now, before now, they used to check if students are coming. They go ask you questions, check your receipts. Now, they scatter things. They check everything. They check your luggage. Because according to what I saw on the internet today, the number of students who are now leaving school to seek asylum have increased to over 1,500%. You know what that means? To over 1,500%. The number has increased exponentially. It has skyrocketed. So you expect Canada to just fold down? They look? No. So now, for those of you who are going there to study, the question is Canada still worth it? For me, it is a yes and a no. Now, let me give you the yes part. The yes part is that right now in Canada, if you are able to gain admission, you pay tuition, you are given acceptance letter and attestation letter. Eventually, you apply for that visa and you get it and get your study permit. It is worth it. It is worth it. But because of the reduction Canada announced earlier this year, when they said they will not be issuing more than 364,000 study permits, when they also said they want to reduce the number of temporary residents in their country, I have said it before, many people will lose money this year. I don't want to sugarcoat it. Let's say the way it is, so that you get used to knowing the truth. Get used to facts. Because last year when they were giving these visas anyhow, there were still lots of people who couldn't get these visas. Not to talk of when they have even told you that they want to reduce. Now, if you are paying tuition fees to schools who will still give you refund if you don't get visas, it is worth it. If you are paying tuition fee deposit to schools who will refund you your monies if you fail to get visas, it is worth it. But if you are paying lump sum of money or huge sum of money to schools in Canada who will not refund your tuition deposit, to me, it may not be worth it. Even though there are people who will still pass through that process and get it. Believe me, there are many people who will pass through that process, they won't get it. Plenty. So which of this divide are you going to belong at the end of the day? We have to say the way it is. Now, if for me, any tuition deposit that is more than $500 that may not be refundable, me, I cannot pay past that 500. But to tell me to pay 2,000 Canadian dollars, not refundable tuition deposit, me, I will not pay. Except maybe I have this money in abundance. Because 2,000 Canadian dollars tuition deposit that is not refundable can take you to many countries in Europe, including flight tickets and paying for the visas. Yes. That tuition deposit of $2,000, if you convert it, it can take you to many countries in Europe, both flight tickets and visa fee. It all depends on what your goals are. So that is just it. So now, again, for those of you applying for visitor visas, is it still worth it? It's a yes and a no. Where there is a yes is this. If you are able to apply for that visa and get it, good. You must not go to Canada to go and use that visa to work. There are many things you can do with a VV. When I say VV, I mean visitor visa. So I used to call it Cana VV. So I have done numerous videos on that, on what you can do in Canada with Canada visitor visas. So if you have the means to apply for these visas, that Canada visitor visa, I will encourage you, go and get it. Because we cannot tell what Canada can come up with, because Canada immigration system is ever changing. Laws are coming on a regular basis. The policies are being improved upon. Policies are changing. So Canada can just come out in 3 years' time and say, okay, you can come to Canada and get work and work. Work is available for those who have visitor visas. Then what now happens? And maybe that time, getting that visa will not be easy. So for those of you who have it now, it is not a bad thing. It is a blessing. I have done videos on what you can achieve with Canada visitor visas. I have those videos here on my channel. So what I'm here to tell you is this. It is worth it. It is not worth it, because it is not only Canada we have in this world. Any process that you can spend so much and not get results, it is not worth it. But if you want to really study in Canada with this current process, it is not very, very important for you to scrutinize your travel agent over and over and over again. Because if they don't do your work diligently, you will not stand a chance. If they don't do a proper application, you will not stand a chance. Because imagine like this here now. Let's say 500,000 people applied to study in Canada with confirmed applications. That is to say, if 500,000 people applied with confirmed applications, about 136,000 will not get admissions, will not get attestation letters, will not get study permits, because they said they will not issue more than 364. So if we have correct 500,000 applications that has no error, which means even without the error, 136,000 people will not get study permits. So the mathematics is there. Check it. So that is what I'm here to tell you, that it is worth it and also not worth it. It depends on which part of the divide you belong to. The deportation right now is massive. It's massive. So please, it is also good we start concentrating on other European countries. We have Belgium. We have Iceland. We have Finland. We have others. So now, in the comment section of this video, because I have people already talking within Europe, please let me know in the comment section the country you want me to do videos on, and I will drop it this week. Just let me know the countries you want me to drop videos on, and I will start dropping it. If it's for school, if it's for work, let me know in the comment section. So this is how it is, and I believe and hope that I have been able to break this thing down to your understanding, and I hope you guys success in your various visa applications. So till I see you in my next video, don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. You can do it. Keep winning. Respect.